And what is the subject? The subject is there is so many adults in this world right now, so many parents in this world that are absolutely turning their children into addicts. Did I just say that? Yeah, I did. So how did this come about? It's come about, I was just in Bali, holidays, and observing. And you know what's really beautiful? When you move out of judgment and move into a state of pure just acknowledgement, but there is no judgment at all. And I truly know where it comes from. It comes from I truly don't hold any judgment for myself anymore. This took me years to come to this state, and it's such a beautiful place to be. And I only realized that a couple of months ago that I actually hold no judgment anymore for myself, which means I also don't hold any judgment for anyone else, which is such a beautiful state to be in. Coming from someone who used to be very judgmental. So I've known this for a long while, and I've seen this for a long while, and I've been so aware of this for a long while, and this is a massive reason to why I choose to parent the way I parent. But I was on the plane on the way home. We get on the plane, and there was this family. They had an older child and they had 2 young children. I would guess one was about 3 and the other one could have been like 6. Something like that. Very young children, the other one probably 13 or 12. And they got on the plane, and the little one is having a little bit of a meltdown. She's whinging, and she's just a couple of 2 rows in front of us, and she's whinging, and she's really whinging, and you can hear that there's this frustration in her. She's not crying, she's not screaming, she's just really, really frustrating. You can truly hear it, like you can hear the frustration. And the mom was like, stop. And she goes, what do you think everyone in this plane is going to think? They're going to be, oh no, we're going to listen to that whingy kid for 6 hours or 8 hours, however long she said. And she goes, oh, we're going to sit here and listen to this whingy kid. Nobody wants to be on the same plane as you if you're going to be just whinge all the time. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, I hear you. I feel you. Because I do. I'm a mum too. But more than anything, I'm just wanting for the awareness to come in. How would you feel if somebody said that to you? But the thing is that we need to remember that we always, every single being comes, they do the best that they can with what they've got. And we've got to remember this. So she's like, nope, there's going to be no screen for you. If you don't stop right now, there's going to be no screen for you for 7 hours. How do you think you're going to go for 7 hours without a screen? How do you think you're going to go for 7 hours without a screen? Think about that. How you think you're going to go 7 hours without a screen? It's not going to be any good, is it? Oh, and my heart. So here she is. I'm not pointing fingers at this woman. I'm not judging her at all. I am feeling for her and with her. So she's telling her 3-year-old that if she don't stop, she won't get what she wants. And she's also telling her that she won't be able to do 7 hours without a screen. So she's basically threatening her child that if you do as I say, I'll give you what you want. But she's also saying that she can't live without it. She can't be without it. Do you see where I'm coming from? Like, I hope you see where I'm coming from here. And this continued on the whole time. And you could still hear the frustration in this young child. She was really frustrated. It was clearly something she wanted to get out. There's something there. And listening to this, my mind started to wander. And in the row in front of me was a little girl, same age, maybe a year older, 4 or 5. She's sitting with a very peaceful dad that started reading his book. She's sitting with a very peaceful mum. And the girl is sitting on her own seat, doing some colouring in. She's just being there, peaceful, doing colouring in. And it was such a way of just seeing and how incredible it is when we start to become aware of life, when we choose to become aware of our nervous system, when we choose to become aware of ourselves and see where we're at and where we're coming from. And we're starting to understand why we react the way we do. And it was just really interesting to witness. And I witness these things all the time. And sometimes I wish that I could just go and sit there and go on my knees in front of this mum and say, hey, maybe you want to ask your daughter what is going on for her right now. What is going on? Maybe she's feeling nervous about the flight. Maybe she's hungry. Maybe she needs to go to the toilet. Maybe she's worried she's not going to sit next to her mum. Something is going on. Like, there's such a frustration inside of her. You can hear it. And maybe she can just feel the mum because her mum felt very frustrated. And just bring in the awareness of regulation and the awareness of the words that we're using, because our words are so potent, right? You are not going to have a screen for 7 hours. You cannot do that. How would that feel to be without a screen for 7 hours? You are putting into your child's mind that she will not be okay without this screen for 7 hours. And if she does not do as you say, which is you're basically telling her to cover up her feeling and emotions so that she can shush up, because you are worried what other people are going to think about her on the plane and what they're going to think about you. So if you let go of that worriness and fear what other people's going to think about her, and you just brought yourself to her level and you co-regulated, decided to co-regulate and understand where it's coming from. And don't get me wrong, I'm a mum. I get freaking frustrated. I lose my shit. Sometimes I say, if you don't do that, you can't do this. I do these things too. Like, I'm fully aware of it, but I'm fully aware of it. I understand it. And I sat there for however long the flight was, 6.5 hours, 7 hours. And I sat there with this thought and understanding that there is so many parents in this world right now that are bringing their children up to become addicts. And yes, this is going to piss some of you off, and that's okay. Feel free to share your opinion with me. That's okay. It's going to piss you off. The truth is that we go and tend to these things, whether that be the iPad, whether that be a bottle, whether that be a dummy, whether that be a teddy, whatever that thing is that we can give to our children so they stop screaming and they just have that thing for them to feel safe and secure and just stop whatever it is they're doing. But if we choose to remove the guilt and choose to become aware of what's going on for this child and meet them where they're at, allow for them to feel the feeling and experience the feeling. Allow for them to speak about it and describe what's going on in their body, in their mind, what's going on, what's happening, and meet them at where they're at. Don't worry about the other freaking attendees are saying on the plane. Who gives a flying flip what they are thinking? Yeah? And stop. When your child is acting and reacting, what's going on for you right now? Like, how are you feeling? Are they soaking that up from you? Because I know that happens with me a lot, and I know for a fact that is what happens. So if we chose to understand what's going on, if we encouraged our children to speak about their emotions, have their emotions and feeling and experiences, welcome them and introduce them to actually sit with that and express what's going on for them, then that becomes normal. And remember that normal is whatever you frequently experience. So you can make normal for your children whatever you make normal for your children. You know, if you allow for your children to grow up in a household where there's abuse and there is violence or words or alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, that becomes normal for them. If you're someone that drinks Coca-Cola for dinner every night, that's normal for your child. So when your child goes to a house where they drink water, they're going to think that's weird. Because you create normal in your child's life. Whatever your child frequently experiences, that is what is normal. So you can choose what normal is for your child. So if you are allowing for your child, when something's going on, there's an emotion, there's a tenty, there's something happening, if you allow for your child to meet them where they're at and go, hey, what's going on right now? And they might just scream in your face and punch you. And you might go, hey, let's You got to regulate yourself first. As the adult, you got to regulate yourself. How do we do this? We utilize our breath. We bring ourselves down. We regulate. You bring yourself down. You're coming into the present moment in time, and you're asking yourself, what is going on right now? You're regulating yourself. Your child is going to co-regulate together with you. You're allowing for your child to come into the present moment and actually allow for your child to express without feeling fear or what's going on. I'm really scared of the plane. I don't want to be on a plane. I feel like I'm stuck on a plane. Whatever this thing might be. Allow for them to feel safe to express their feeling, emotions, and experiences. Meet them at where they're at. Come down on your legs, on your knees. Meet them at where you're at. Physically and emotionally. Meet them. Allow for them to feel safe and express what's going on. And I know that sometimes it can just be really easy to go, watch the TV, watch the iPad, do this, do that. I get that. But if we learn to regulate ourselves and bringing ourselves into the present moment, if you learn how to gift yourself the feeling of joy and pleasure and happiness and love inside of yourself, if you learn to do that for yourself, then you're not going to need your child to shush up, because you will have the patience and capability and capacity to hold your child when they go through that moment, whatever the moment is. So what I'm trying to say is that you have the choice right now to show your children what is normal. And most people in this world are unaware of what nervous system means. What does it mean to regulate my nervous system? Why do I lose my temper? Why do I get angry? Why do I get frustrated? Most people don't know why. They just think that's normal because that's what they're being presented in their life. That is normal for them. So you can actually choose to become a conscious being and become aware of your body, your mind, and your soul. And with this, you can bring the normality into your child's life, to understand that when we have a feeling and experience an emotion, it is okay to feel it and experience it. And we're creating the loops, but we're finalizing the loops, which means that our children are not going to have a million freaking stuck traumas in their body, because they're learning to finalize the cycle of experiences. They know that they're safe. They know that they're held. They know that they're more than capable of getting through an experience and bring themselves back to homeostasis. Yes. And I really want to start the conversation. If you have something to share with me, please do. If you want to learn and understand more, please reach out. I'm here to show you. It's just so important to become aware of the things that we're telling our children. You know, there's so many things. Like, I watch it all the time. Like, you see little baby toddlers that can't even walk, sitting in a pram with a phone. And this is my personal opinion, but like sitting in a pram while the mum is going for a stroll because she want to exercise. And kudos to you, like, well done for doing that. But why do you have your little toddler watching a phone or a screen or a pad? To make it easier for yourself. But if you didn't present that from the beginning, if you presented for your child to come into harmony with the nature, listen to the birds. What bird is that? Feel that leaf. Stop and smell that flower. Breathe in the fresh air, you know, make the awareness, like awakening your senses will then awaken their senses. And it's the whole process. It's the tiny little steps that we do will change and transform your entire way of living your life. So you have a little toddler, like a 1-year-old. See, I've seen younger kids sitting, watching as they're in nature. And I'm like, mate, you're missing the world here. And it makes me upset. There's so many beautiful things in this world. And we're basically stealing it. Why? Because you don't want to listen to your child talking. You don't want to listen to your child whinging because they want to go home. But you can make it normal for them to be in nature. You can make it normal for them to listen to the birds, to become what different sounds different birds make, what different time of the day different birds are out. Make them aware of the pigeons dance to impress on the girls, you know. Like, make the awareness come to place. What does different leaves feel like? What does a banksia feel like? What's the name of different trees? You might not be interested in this, but the truth is that once you're awakening your senses and you're starting to feel the joy, pleasure, love, and happiness through the simple things in life, then you're going to be interested because you're going to feel it. So instead of standing there being upset for cooking dinner, you're going to start enjoying cooking your dinner, enjoying the fresh produce, being aware of where your produce comes from, making sure you wash it nicely. You're going to be conscious with that water you choose to drink, because you are awakening from the inside and out, and it becomes your life. And with this, you're becoming aware. And what happens when we become aware and conscious, everything in life changes. You stop being blind, and you stop searching for the quick fixes to just give you that hit, the dopamine hit, because you're learning how to create and make these dopamine hits come from the inside out. You're learning to connect with yourself. When you connect with yourself, you connect with your children. When you connect with your children, you connect with your partner. You're connecting with your friends. You're connecting with the nature, and everything just starts to change. It is so profoundly powerful, and it is such a simple step to do. So stop creating your children to grow up as addicts, needing things now. Stop your children from the habit of needing things to be okay. He needs that teddy to sleep. No, he doesn't. He doesn't need a teddy to sleep. You gave him this teddy to sleep, and you made sure he always had that teddy, and you bought 3 spare teddies so that he could sleep with that. You know, she needs I don't know, she needs them shoes. She's got to have them shoes, otherwise she won't go outside. Number one, ditch the freaking shoes. But seriously, so you go and buy her 10 pair of shoes exactly the same, to make sure you have one in the car, in the caravan, one in dad's car, one in grandparents' car, whatever it might be, just so she can have them shoes everywhere. You creating an addict that needs them things to work. It doesn't work like that. You know, just remember that normal is whatever you make normal. There is no child that is birthed into this world needing anything. They're the purest, rawest, most authentic human being. We're all birthed into this world as the purest form. We don't need anything. You know, we need a breast milk, and if there's no breast milk, we need formula to keep us alive. We need clean nappies, and not really, we just need someone to change our baths. We need to sleep, but that doesn't have to look a certain way. You know, it is a matter of becoming aware and conscious and awakening up, activating your senses, connecting to your body, your mind, and your soul, and coming to the present moment. And all of this is going to help you with your motherhood. And when we're connecting to our true self, we don't punish ourselves anymore. We don't judge ourselves anymore. We don't regret things anymore. We acknowledge them. You know, one of my practices I teach my clients is that every night you go to bed, think about something that you could have done differently. We don't punish ourselves because we did it that way, but become aware. And we go, okay, next time I can do it in a different way, but that's okay. So I love myself through the process. You know, why did I yell at her for doing that thing? Why did I yell at her for spilling the milk? Like, we went through a stage where my beautiful girl was spilling the milk every single fudging day. And I would lose my shit. And at night I will lay there and go, I didn't have to be so upset. I mean, it's a cup, it's milk, it's mess. Where did it come from? Why did I get so upset? And 99.9% of the time, it wasn't because of the milk that was spilled. It was because things going on in my mind and my body, and I wasn't regulated. So I fudging lost it. Okay, Jenny, let's become aware. So as I lay there in bed, I go, well, I could have acted in a different way to that situation. Now, let's reverse back. What happened an hour before that happened? What happened 2 hours before that? What was in my mind when that was going on? And how can I make sure this doesn't happen? Yeah. So it's a matter of becoming aware of what's going on in your life and becoming really aware of it, and keep track of our cycles and stackings. Like, if you're someone that exercises a lot, like if you don't get to exercise in the day and the next day and then the third day, you're going to freaking lose your shit because you haven't exercised. You feel like shit. You feel angry and upset. Someone that need your coffee, you don't have your coffee, you know. We're stacking, we're building it up. And I felt frustrated today, really frustrated. I slept in. I woke up at 9:30. I was half an hour late for my first appointment this morning. And I didn't have to be. But, I was frustrated. And then today I have been frustrated because I didn't do my morning routine. I haven't done my morning routine for a few days because being on holiday, came home, was busy, didn't have a lot of sleep, had an event, this, and that. And it's stacking up and I'm feeling wobbly. My tower feels wobbly because I haven't stacked properly. It's all wobbling. And today I've been frustrated with her. Not her fault. Not at all. But then I pick at her. Don't spill this, don't do that. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? And I notice it myself. And very often I'll say, I'm really sorry. It's not your fault. I'm just feeling frustrated. And she will go, that's okay. And I said, let's go for a walk. Let's just get some fresh air. Because I knew that's what I had to do. And the truth is that I wasn't upset with her. I was really upset with myself because there was things I wanted to do. So it's a matter of becoming aware and conscious of what's going on in your life. And that is honestly the key to a happy, healthy life and happy, healthy parenting. So I encourage you to become aware of what's going on in your life. Don't wait for the 1st of freaking January. Do it now. There's no better time than right now, in this moment. All that ever matters is right here and right now. This life is a gift to appreciate and take care of every single moment of your life. And if you do need any help, please reach out. It's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach women how to live a happy, healthy, holistic life, utilizing holistic practices to regulate the nervous system and to become aware. It's not about becoming a pro, it's about becoming aware and be aware of what's going on in your life. See the cycle, see the stacking, become aware. Oh shit, I did that thing. Why did I do that thing? And just become aware of what's going on in your life. Yeah. So let's stop making addiction normal and bring a regulated nervous system into normality. Let's make it normal to stop and take a breath. Let's make it normal to express our emotions and feelings. Let's make it normal to communicate with our children. Let's make it normal to connect with the earth and the nature. And let's stop making it normal to have a screen in front of your face at any given point in time. So much love. Celebrating you for being here listening to me. I love you all. I appreciate you all. If you're enjoying what you're listening to, what you're watching, please share with your loved ones. Let me know what you think. Share with me. Share with the world. It's the way for me to keep sharing my medicine and make it possible for so many people to reach and have access to my medicine. There's plenty of ways you can find me. JennyOceans.com, Inside Tama, Instagram, TikTok, all of the things. But honestly, just reach out. I'm here to be of service. You got any questions, reach out. Celebrating you. Remember that you are the most important human being in this world, even if you are a parent. It's you first. Fill your cup full to the rim, allow for it to overflow, and then make yourself available for everyone else. So much love. Appreciate you. You're amazing. Mwah. Bye.